Hello students, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well at your home, you all are fit and fine. Let's study chapter 7. Chapter 7 is birds, food and more. In this chapter, we will learn about birds, their food and their homes. You know, birds like us need food. Some birds eat flesh while some eat grains, seeds and fruits. Birds use their beaks and claws to catch, hold and eat their food as we use our mouth and hands to take the food and eat it. In same way, birds use their beaks and claws to catch, hold and eat their food. The shape of a bird's beak and its claws are suited to the type of food it eats. Now we will study different kinds of beaks birds have. Some birds may have strong, sharp and hooked beak. Some may have short, hard and horny beaks. Some have curved beak. Some birds have strong and chisel shaped beak. Some have broad and short beak. Some birds have long and slender, means thin beak, and some have broad and flat beak. Let's learn them. First, the birds which have strong, sharp and hooked beak. Birds like eagle and vultures, they are birds of prey. Means these birds hunt and eat other animals. And they also eat small animals like chicks, mice, frogs and snakes. So that's why they have strong, sharp and hooked beaks to tear the flesh. Next is short, hard and horny beaks. Birds like sparrows, pigeons, peacocks and finches, they have short, hard and horny beaks to crush grains and seeds, because these birds eat grains and seeds. So to crush them, they have short, hard and horny beak. Next is some birds like parakeet. It is a type of parrot. It has curved beak. It helps it to crack nuts and hard fruits. This curved beak also helps it to climb trees. Some birds have strong and chisel shaped beak. As you can see, the beak of a woodpecker. And what is a chisel? Chisel is a carpenter's tool. It is being used by carpenter to make the furniture, as you can see in the picture. So, why woodpecker has this kind of beak? This helps it to tap the bark of tree and take out insects. Next is some birds have broad and short beak. In the figure shown, swallow. This bird moves round and round in the air with its beak open. Tiny flying insects get stuck inside. Okay, that's why it has broad and short beak. Birds like hoopoe have long and slender. It means thin beak. A hoopoe is able to pull out insects from the holes in the ground. For this, it has long and slender beak. Next, some birds like duck, they have broad and flat beak. Okay, and it has tiny holes on the sides. The duck takes in muddy water with insects, worms and water plants. The mud and water flow out through the tiny holes, leaving the plants and insects inside the beak. Next, we will learn about the feet and claws of the birds. Birds use their claws to catch and eat food. and to protect themselves from their enemies and to move about as we use our hands. So some birds like flesh, we will learn about some birds and their feet and claws. We will learn about some flesh eating birds, some perching birds, scratching birds, climbing birds, swimming birds and wading birds. Wading birds are the birds that walk through the water. Now, what are flesh eating birds? Some flesh eating birds like hawks and eagles have strong and sharp claws. As you can see in the picture, these help them to catch live prey like toads, rats and small birds. So they have strong and sharp claws to catch the prey, to catch other animals. Perching birds, here the word perch means to rest at a place, okay, to stay at a place. So where these birds stay, these birds stay on the trees, on the branches of the trees. So they have 3 toes in front, as you can see the figure of the claw of a crow. It has 3 toes in front and 1 at the back. These type of feet help the birds to hold on to a branch. They can even sleep while they perch. Now some birds like scratching birds, birds like hens, they scratch and dig the ground to bring out insects and buried seeds. So they have strong legs with 3 toes in front and 1 toe again at the back. These toes have sharp and hard claws to help them to dig from the ground. Next type of birds are climbing birds. Climbing birds like woodpeckers and parakeets have 2 toes in front pointing upwards and 2 which points downwards. So these toes help them to climb trees and to hold on to them. Next are the water birds. Some water birds have webbed feet. They have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. The 3 front toes are joined by skin which is called a web. This skin helps them to push water back while swimming. Next are wading birds. Birds like cranes and herons are long-legged, as you can see in the picture, and spread out toes. So they can easily walk through the muddy water without getting wet. Now we will learn how does a bird fly. A bird can fly because it has a very light body and the body is made up of hollow bones and thin plates. The body of a bird is shaped like a boat. This shape helps it to cut through the air. A bird has wings. These wings have feathers which help it to fly, and a bird's tail acts like a rudder of a boat. It helps the birds to change the direction while flying. Next we will learn about the wing movement of a bird. The wings of a bird have 2 types of movements. First is the upstroke and second is the downstroke. In upstroke, the wings move upward and backward, and in downstroke, the wings move downward and forward. Now we will learn the feathers of birds. So they have 2 kinds of feathers. A bird's body is covered with small and fluffy feathers to keep it warm. These are called down feathers, and the long flat feathers attached to the wing and tail help the bird to fly. These are called flight feathers. Now what are the nesting habits of birds? You know, birds build nests to lay eggs. Nests are the homes for birds. They choose places which are safe from enemies and bad weather. The eggs are laid in the nest, and after some time The eggs hatch and the baby bird come out. Most parent birds leave the nest. They build new nest when they have to lay eggs again. Now we will learn about different types of birds. First is the tailor bird. A tailor bird uses its beak like a needle, as you can see in the picture, to sew leaves with material like thread and wool. This is why it is called tailor bird. This nest is made cozy with cotton, wool, hair or dry grass. That's why this bird is called tailor bird, because it makes its nest by sewing leaves. Next is the weaver bird. The weaver bird makes a beautiful and strong nest with twigs and grasses. Okay, it weaves the grass in and out rapidly. The nest hangs from the branch of a tree. The bird enters its home through a tunnel-like opening at the bottom of the nest. As you can see, a bird is weaving the nest. That's why this bird is called the weaver bird. Next is the eagle. Birds like eagle and vulture, they make their nests by gathering a few sticks and simply putting them together in the shape of a shallow cup, as you can see in the picture. Next is the woodpecker. The woodpecker pecks a tree trunk with its beak to make a hole. To make its nest cozy, it lines the hole with chips of wood. Now, some birds like penguins. The penguin collect a few pebbles and stones to make a nest on the ground. Now we will learn how do birds take care of their young ones. After the mother bird lays her egg, she sits on them to keep them warm. As you can see in the first picture, the mother bird is sitting on the eggs to keep them warm. The father bird protects them from enemies. When the babies come out, they are weak and featherless and their eyes are also closed. So parents feed them and keep them warm and they take care of them. Now the parents look after the babies till their feathers grow and they learn to fly and look for food on their own. As your parents take care of you. Okay. So now you have learned about birds. So if you see a nest with eggs in it, do not disturb it. Watch it every day. Soon you will see some little birds coming out in the nest. And watch the birds grow. Remember, always watch birds quietly and from a distance so as you are not disturbing them. Okay. So now we will see what all things we have learned today. That birds have different feeding habits. Birds do not have teeth. They use their beaks and claws to catch, hold and eat food. Birds also use their claws to protect themselves and to move about. The type of beak a bird has tells us about its feeding habits. The special body feature of birds help them to fly, and birds build nests to lay eggs, and baby birds are looked after their parents. So, now we have completed the chapter and you have to complete the exercise in your textbooks and question answers and assignment in your notebooks. The assignment related to this chapter, question answers and the exercises are given in the description box. You can find it from there. Till the time, study at home, stay safe. Thank you.